you get into one of these groups, there's only a couple ways you can get out. One is death. The other is mental institutions.
Yo, what's shaking, dirtbags? It's the J-Dog and J-Dog's DVD Dungeon, bringing you J-Dog's Top 50 Horror Films. My top 50, these are the ones that I enjoy the most. Sure, they might not be the best, like the 50 best horror films of all time, but they're the 50 that are the most dear to me, so fuck you. It's shit I like. But anyway, enough rambling and being surly. Yeah, I'm here with my pick number 41. This is one of my favorites. This is from the PHANTASM series. This is Phantasm 3, Lord of the Dead. Yes, this, I believe, was released straight to video back in the day. This is, like I said, the third film in the, like, the 4-film series from Don Coscarelli, following, like, the Tall Man, played by Angus Scrimm. And this one also, something that I enjoy about it, it has the return of Michael Baldwin playing the character of Mike, actually, because he was absent in Part 2. Part 2 is good, though, don't get me wrong, but I enjoy Part 3 more just because it reunites all the original cast. Like, you got Bill Thornbury, he's playing Jody again, of course. You got Reggie Bannister playing Reggie, the ice cream man. So just, it's nice to just have the original, like, an Angus Scrimm, the original 4 all together again in this Coscarelli joint. But like I said, this just follows, like, Mike. He's an adult now, and he's having these dreams and stuff about the Tall Man, and he seeks out Reggie's help, and once again they go on the hunt for the Tall Man. But now, since, like, if you follow the series, you know from Part 2 that Jody is now dead. He died in a car crash, but he's reintroduced into this film as, because the Tall Man, Angus Scrimm, had took his body, like he does, and compressed it down and put him into a sphere. But Jody, he's still got some good left in him, so he's trying to help out his brother and Reggie and trying to defeat the Tall Man. But anyway, you got a bunch of different characters that are introduced to this one. Like, you got the little boy that they find at the one house. You got, like, the zombie punks that are chasing down Mike and Reggie, like in the hearse scene and stuff. So it's got a lot of fun stuff going on. Of course, it's got the little dwarfs, as always, that the Phantasm films are famous for. But all in all, like, you don't hear a lot of people talk about Part 3. And Part 3, I think, is a hell of a good time. Like, this was released in 1994, which is around a time you weren't really getting nothing worth the fuck. So to get something as good as Phantasm 3, Lord of the Dead, in the early 90s, I think we were pretty blessed. Like, I remember seeing it when it first come out, and fuck, it blew me away. Like, we watched it all the time, so it's a good time film. I'm sure it's cheesy, but that's just what the times were back then. Like, you just got just a lot of fun stuff going on. It just expands to the whole Phantasm world. Like, Part 4, if you want to have all the loose ends tied together, Part 4 is the one to watch. But some people say Part 4 leaves even more loose ends than it ties up, so I don't know. You go, you be the judge of that. I'm talking about Part 3 right now, though, and yeah, definitely deserves to be number 41 on my list of my top 50 horror films of all time. Like, this is one I can watch all the time, and thank God it has a decent DVD release. Like, a few years ago, Anchor Bay put it out in a special edition. You got commentaries, you got deleted scenes, you got the trailers, Phantasm 3 behind-the-scenes footage, so too bad it wasn't a 2-disc, but I think Anchor Bay did a pretty good job when they released Phantasm and Phantasm 3 a few years ago, so I don't know, can't knock them until you watch them, people, so highly recommended from the J-Dog, though. If you haven't seen any of the Phantasm series, I suggest you watch it. Like, you got Hemi Cudas, you got 4-barreled shotguns, you got flying spheres. It has it all. Like, Reggie's always trying to mack the women too. Part 3 is no exception. Like, he's I can't remember if it's part 3 where it has the chick's tits, the spears come out of it. Possibly part 3 if it is. Bully for me. If not, well, I guess I don't know my shit very good. But yeah, lots of good stuff going on in this. Like I said before, it's just good to have Michael Baldwin back playing the character of Mike, because the guy that played Mike in part 2, can't remember the cat's name, but I don't know. Just not the same without the little guy running around. And I like the flashbacks and stuff, so yeah. If you haven't seen it, check it out, fuck. Like, it's a perfect Halloween movie too, so the season's coming up, so if you haven't seen Phantasm 3, I suggest you track it down and watch it. But anyway, that was 41 on my list of 50. Hope you enjoyed. Subscribe, leave comments. Tell your friends, people. Till number 40, peace out.